Hello friends, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Neha Dangi, Assistant Professor in Commerce, Chhaju Ram Memorial Jat College, Hisar. By the end of this module, the students will be able to understand the nature of organizational behavior, fundamental constituents of organizational behavior, assumptions of organizational behavior, contribution of various disciplines to organizational behavior, importance or significance of organizational behavior, procedure of organizational behavior. The objectives of this module are to understand the concept of organization and organizational behavior, to understand the nature of organizational behavior, to study the fundamental constituents and assumptions of organizational behavior, to study the contribution of various disciplines to organizational behavior, to know the significance or importance of organizational behavior, and finally to learn the process of organizational behavior. First of all, we will understand the concept of organization. The term organization is used in two ways in the literature of management, that is organization as a process and organization as a unit. Thus, it is accepted that a single definition cannot cover both the aspects. The term organization as a subject matter of organizational analysis can be described as a recognizable collection of human beings who are purposefully and willfully formed for the achievement of various goals with balanced harmonization of closely related activities. Organizational behavior is an area of study that examines the influence that individuals, groups, and structure have on behavior inside organizations with the objective of spreading over such knowledge in order to improve an organization's effectiveness. The term organizational behavior is a combination of two terms, organization plus behavior. The term organization is concerned with a unit in which two or more persons work together for the achievement of an objective such as a company, a school, a club, etc., whereas the term behavior emphasizes on the movements and responses of an individual or a group in the direction of their activities. For example, an individual feels very happy and joyful on getting an important work in which there is an hidden opportunity for him. Thus, OB is mainly concerned with that characteristic of human behavior which is significant for organizational performance. It does a study of human behavior at individual level, group level, and organizational level. In order to improve organization's effectiveness, organizational behavior applies the knowledge learned about individuals, groups, and the effect of organization structure and organizational culture on behavior. Therefore, we can say that organizational behavior is the behavior of people while residing in the organization. Now we will study some of the definitions of the term organization as given by different authors. First is, according to Lewis Allen, organization is the process of identifying and grouping work to be performed, defining and delegating responsibility and authority, and establishing relationships for the purpose of enabling people to work most effectively together in accomplishing objectives. Second definition is given by Oliver Sheldon. Organization is the process of combining the work which individuals or groups have to perform with the facilities necessary for its execution, that the duties so performed provide the best channels for the efficient, systematic, positive, and coordinated application of available effort. Another definition is by Spiegel. He said, in its broadest sense, organization refers to the relationship between the various factors present in a given endeavor. Factory organization concerns itself primarily with the internal relationships within the factory, such as responsibilities of personnel, arrangement and grouping of machines and material control. From the standpoint of the enterprise as a whole, organization is the structural relationship between the various factors in the enterprise. After understanding the concept of organization and organizational behavior, there arises the need to study some of the definitions of organizational behavior. According to John W. Newstrom and Keith Davis, organizational behavior is the study and application of knowledge about how people as individuals and as groups act within organizations. It strives to identify ways in which people can act more effectively. Another definition is by Fred Lutyens. Behavior is directly concerned with the understanding, prediction and control of human behavior in organizations. Another definition by Stephen P. Robbins says that a field of study that investigates the impact that individuals, groups and structures have on behavior within organizations for the purpose of applying such knowledge toward improving an organization's effectiveness is termed as organizational behavior. According to Durbin, the study of organizational behavior is a systematic attempt to understand the behavior of people in organizations of which the people are an integral part. Thus, on the basis of these definitions, it can be said that organizational behavior clarifies the movements and responses of individuals and groups to the nearby stimuli as they interact with each other while performing their jobs. Next is nature or features of organizational behavior. The first feature is it is a field of study and not a discipline. Organizational behavior can be considered as a separate area of study and not a discipline, as a discipline is an accepted science with a theoretical establishment which is taken as the base for research and analysis. Organizational behavior, on the other hand, because of its recent emergence and interdisciplinary alignment, cannot be accepted as science. Therefore, it is realistic to call it as a field of study rather than a discipline. Second characteristic or feature is multidisciplinary approach. Organizational behavior is a combination of various disciplines, their ideologies, theories and methods, models. The contribution of psychology, anthropology and political science is very valuable in the existing position of organizational behavior. Thus, organizational behavior is an incorporation of knowledge of various disciplines. Third feature is it is an applied discipline. Organizational behavior makes use of application of various researches in order to solve the organizational problems which are related to human behavior. There is regular research work regarding the employee's perception, attitude, personality, learning, etc. Thus, it can be said that organizational behavior is an applied discipline. Fourth characteristic is focus on organizational objectives. An organization has various objectives and sometimes there arises a situation when organizational objectives are conflicting with individual objectives. Thus, organizational behavior tries to combine both types of objectives so that both can be achieved at the same time through the application of various behavioral approaches. Next feature is it is subject to change. Organizational behavior is subject to change as human behavior keeps on changing. The mindset of an individual keeps on changing. Therefore, new techniques to behave with the people have to be discovered so that the anticipated results can be achieved. It is concerned with performance. Organizational behavior helps in providing answers to various performance-related questions. For example, why the performance of an individual is high or low, how the performance can be improved, is it feasible to improve the performance with the help of training. Thus, it has a relation with the performance in one way or the other. Next is, it is a fragment of management. Organizational behavior is linked to the behavior of an individual or group in the organization. On the other hand, Management is concerned with the achievement of organizational objectives. These objectives cannot be achieved without the help of human resources working in an organization. Hence, a manager must have the knowledge of organizational behavior. Therefore, it can be stated that organizational behavior is a significant and fundamental part of management. Next feature is humanistic and optimistic. Organizational behavior emphasizes on people from humanistic point of view. It is highly concerned with the needs and motivation of people. It follows an optimistic approach about the inborn capability of man of being independent, creative, productive and skillful, which are positive signs towards accomplishment of organizational objectives. Next comes, it is a science as well as an art. Organizational behavior studies the cause and effect relationship between the behavior of individuals. Therefore, it is a science. On the other hand, it makes a study of the efforts which are involved in order to describe, foretell and regulate the behavior of people. Thus, it is an art. Next characteristic, it has global application. The concept of organizational behavior is applied globally in the whole universe. It is not only used in business organizations but also used in educational institutions, offices of government, public utility institutions, etc. Therefore, it is not restricted to only one sector, rather it has a universal application. Next topic is fundamental constituents of organizational behavior. The fundamental constituents of organizational behavior are number 1 individual, number 2 group, number 3 job and technology, number 4 organizational design and number 5 environment. We will discuss them one by one. Number 1 is individual. An individual plays a significant role in the establishment of an organization. Thus, it is the essential constituent of organizational behavior. The behavior of individuals is studied in organizational behavior by performing various studies for each category of individuals. Second constituent is group. In an organization, people work as a unit, which is often termed as a group. Hence, groups of human beings have a special dominance in organizational behavior. Organizational behavior studies the behavior of a person as an individual and as a member of a group. Third constituent is job and technology. Job may be defined as the total work which has been assigned to an individual at workplace. Thus, there arises a need to be attentive regarding job. The behavior of an individual is also affected by the techniques and equipment which have been provided for the completion of the job. They will show a positive behavior if the technique and equipment are as per their choice. Hence, it can be said that both job and technology are the vital components of organizational behavior. Next is organizational design. The relationships of people at workplace are very much subjective to the organizational design. The creation of organizational design is directly linked with the nature of job. A suitable organizational design should be formed keeping in mind a particular situation. It becomes easier to regulate the behavior of employees if the organization design proves to be active. And the last constituent is environment. Every organization is a part of society and different parts of the society such as family, government, social groupings and communities together form environment. These factors of environment have an influence on the behavior of individuals and this influence is studied with the help of organizational behavior. Next is fundamental concepts or assumptions of organizational behavior. These concepts or assumptions are number 1, variations between individuals. One person varies with the other person in one way or the other. Whether it is physique, intelligence, personality or any other characteristic, one can find many variations. Therefore, each person is unique and different. It is because of these variations or differences between individuals that organizational behavior always starts with an individual. Without individuals, there will be no groups. Thus, only an individual can bear the responsibilities and can make decisions. Second assumption is a complete individual. With the appointment of an individual, there come along with his or her skills, his or her likings and disliking, social background, arrogance and preconception. The family life of an individual cannot be detached from his or her work life. Therefore, managers always try to make the workplace a home away from home. Third assumption is prompted behavior. An employee has a prompt behavior. Their behavior is not random. For example, if an employee opposes his boss, there is some reason behind it. Therefore, a manager should always keep in mind the factors behind the behavior of employees while dealing with them. Next is self-respect of human beings. Human beings should always be treated with dignity as they are not animals. They will not bear any damage to their self-respect. Therefore, a manager should always treat his employees as human beings and not merely an economic tool. Next assumption is organization is a social system. Organizational behavior takes organization as a social system. The term social refers to units which have a link with society. On the other hand, the term system means a unit having different parts. Organization is described as a system because it is formed by human beings who have a link with each other either in a formal or informal way. Next assumption is common or mutual interest. In every organization, there are two parties, one is employees and the other is organization. Both of them need each other. It means they both have some common or mutual interest. The employees on one hand cannot achieve their objectives in the absence of organization, and organization on the other hand cannot accomplish its objectives without the help of employees. Therefore, both the parties should work together to achieve the objectives and making an organization successful. Last assumption is holistic concept. Organizational behavior can be regarded as a holistic concept when the 6 fundamental concepts as discussed are combined together. This concept takes relationship between human beings and organization as a complete individual, a complete group, a complete organization and a complete social system. Organizational behavior examines the behavior of individuals and factors influencing their behavior in terms of a particular situation rather than in terms of an unapproachable consequence or problem. Next is contribution of various disciplines to organizational behavior. Organizational behavior is multidisciplinary and is an applied science related to human behavior. So, we will study the contribution of various behavioral disciplines to organizational behavior. The first contribution we will study is of psychology. The contribution of psychology is worth noting in organizational behavior. The objective of psychology is to study, forecast and monitor the behavior of human beings and animals. The concepts of psychology which are applicable to organizational behavior are perception, emotions, personality, leadership, motivation, values, learning, attitudes and job satisfaction. Psychology is helpful in providing knowledge of individual behavior and interpersonal behavior. Second contribution is of sociology. There has been significant contribution of sociology to organizational behavior. The study of human beings in groups is being done in sociology. The contribution of sociology to organizational behavior comprises of group dynamics, organization theory, teamwork, organization design, communication, organization change, power and politics, and intergroup conflict and behavior. Next contribution is of social psychology. Social psychology is a combination of psychology and certain notions of sociology. Its contribution to organizational behavior consists of attitude change, communication, group process, and group decision making. Next comes the anthropology, the studies of society for the purpose of understanding the human beings and their activities are being carried out in anthropology. The contribution made by anthropology to organizational behavior include cross-culture, comparative values, comparative attitudes, organizational culture, and organizational environment. Next contribution is of political science. The study of predicting and managing the individual behavior and group behavior in the political environment is being done in political science. Its major contributions to organizational behavior contain structuring conflict, allocation of power, and political behavior. Last is of technology. The application of knowledge is known as technology. Technology has a direct impact on the behavior as it influences job designs, relationship between employees, machinery, organizational structure, and working styles of employees. The role and contribution of technology to organizational behavior comprise perception, work environment, communication, and teamwork. Information technology has also made outstanding contribution to organizational behavior, which includes team dynamics, decision making, communication, and knowledge management. Next contribution is of management. Management is the art of getting things done through people. The contribution of management to organizational behavior include decision making, communication, leadership, organizational structure, motivation, predicting behavioral requirements of organizational strategies, and managing the behavior towards strategic requirement. The last contribution is of economics. Economics is defined as a science which carries out the study of human behavior as relationship between ends and scarce means having alternative uses. Its contribution to organizational behavior includes motivation, decision making, and learning. Hence, it can be said that various disciplines have given their significant contribution to organizational behavior. Next comes the significance or importance of organizational behavior. It can be highlighted by the following points. First, understanding, forecasting, and monitoring human behavior. The success of an organization depends on proper management of human beings working in the organization. It becomes easier to manage these human beings if there is proper understanding of their behavior. Also, the job of forecasting the reaction of employees comes under the purview of organizational behavior. After understanding the behavior and forecasting the reactions to the decisions, the last step is to monitor and regulate the behavior of employees. Thus, organizational behavior plays a significant role in understanding, forecasting, and monitoring human behavior. Next is optimum utilization of resources. Factors of production such as men, material, machines, and capital are very scarce in any organization. For the successful working of any organization, there arises the need to make optimum utilization of scarce resources. Organizational behavior helps the managers in this task by understanding, forecasting, and monitoring human behavior. By doing so, everything gets under control and organization will run smoothly. Thus, organizational behavior helps in optimum utilization of resources. Next is unrestrained application of changes. Change is the law of nature. Often, human beings resist change. Therefore, organizational behavior communicates employees working in the organization about the advantages related with the changes to be introduced from time to time. Hence, they are prepared mentally and whenever a change is to be applied, they will accept it without any opposition. Next point is building foundation for human resource management. Appointment of staff, formulation of policies for employees, conducting personal research, etc. are the activities which are having a link with human beings. Human resource management is considered to be a part of management, and in order to undertake these activities in a proper manner, there should be complete knowledge of human behavior. Organizational behavior provides all the information in context of human beings. Hence, it can be said that organizational behavior lays the foundation of human resource management. Next is forming harmonious industrial relations. Industrial relations may be defined as the relations between the owners and their employees. Organizational behavior lays down the base for the formation of harmonious or friendly industrial relations. The relations will be good if both the parties are satisfied. Organizational behavior helps in proper understanding of human behavior so that their problems can be solved timely by the owners. Thus, the success of an organization depends on the formation of cordial industrial relations. Next point is rising performance. Organizational behavior helps in determining various factors which direct employees' behavior and lead to their satisfaction. The success of employees is directly linked with the level of their performance. If the level is rising, success rate will be high, and if the level is not rising, success rate will be low. Thus, organizational behavior plays a dominant role in raising the performance level of employees. Next is inculcating human skills. Organizational behavior helps in inculcating human skills, as many management specialists and researchers are involved in researches from years to give shape and form to organizational behavior. Thus, what we find it today is because of good human skills possessed by eminent researchers. Last point of importance or significance is bettering organizational effectiveness. Organizational behavior aims at providing better results by monitoring individual and group behavior. When there are good results at individual and at group level, it will automatically lead to making an organization effective. Next is the procedure of organizational behavior. There are various steps which are involved in the procedure of organizational behavior. Number one is investigating behavior. The first and the foremost step is investigation of the behavior of employees at the individual level, group level and organizational level. Firstly, at individual level, various characteristics of behavior such as learning, perception, confidence, motivation, etc. are examined. Secondly, at group level, various features such as conflict, communication, group dynamics, power, leadership, etc. are analyzed. And finally, at the level of organization, organizational culture, values, ethics, change, etc. are studied. Second step is about knowing behavior. After a careful investigation of the behavior of employees at 3 levels, the next step is to have a thorough knowledge of the behavior of employees. It means having an understanding of the factors which have an influence on the behavior of individuals. For example, if the financial condition of an employee is weak, then monetary incentives, that will be a good motivating factor. Thus, on the basis of proper knowledge of behavior, division of work should be done among employees. Next step is forecasting behavior. After having an understanding of the behavior of employees, the next step is to make a prediction or forecast of their behavior. That is, establishing a cause and effect relationship on the basis of main factors governing behavior such as team spirit, enthusiasm, dedication, etc. Next step is regulating behavior. Until now, it is clear how an employee will behave in a particular situation. Therefore, the next step is to regulate and monitor the hostile behavior of employees. A list of factors should be prepared which can lead to an opposing behavior of employees, and these factors should be timely controlled. Next step is organizational effectiveness. The main objective of organizational behavior is to make an organization effective. Therefore, at this step there is analysis of organizational effectiveness, which means to examine the effectiveness of the activities done under organizational behavior up to now. It is checked whether these activities have been successfully done or not. And the last step is response. The final stage in the process of organizational behavior is getting response or feedback. At this stage, the actual results are compared with the objectives and the information about deviations is acquired. By taking this information as base, the procedure of organizational behavior is started once again. To sum up, we can say that organizational behavior is the study of human behavior in organizational settings. It is a multidisciplinary subject and includes principles and concepts from psychology, sociology, anthropology, social psychology, political science, etc. The basic fundamentals of organizational behavior are interpersonal differences, whole person concept, human dignity and instigated behavior, mutuality of interest, social systems and holistic concept. There are some points to ponder. Organizational behavior is an area of study that examines the influence that individuals, groups and structure have on behavior inside organizations, with the objective of spreading over such knowledge in order to improve an organization's effectiveness. One person varies with the other person in one way or the other, whether it is a physique, intelligence, personality or any other characteristic. One can find many variations. Organizational behavior aims at providing better results by monitoring individual and group behavior. When there are good results at individual and at group level, it will automatically lead to making an organization effective. Thank you.